weekend marks the 60th anniversary of the annual Spanish Market in Santa Fe, which happens to be the oldest and largest of its kind in the entire United States. And joining me to tell us all about the Spanish Market, our Executive Director of the Spanish Colonial Art Society, Donna Padache. I love that name. I say it like this. And also, we're very pleased to welcome artists right here with us on New Mexico Style, Judy Varos Long, and also Kevin Burgess de Chavez. And I'm so happy to have both of you with us because your work is so beautiful and it's so nice to have the artists here representing. So thank you.
Thank you for having us.
It's wonderful. And as I was telling you before we even went on air, is that I've heard so many amazing things about Spanish Market. It's my first year and I'm hoping my first experience because just the reputation is so fantastic. And so what I want to do is, for those who don't know, explain a little bit, Donna, about what the Spanish Market is and a little bit about the history.
Spanish Market has been held. The very first one was in 1926. It did sort of go into hiatus in the 40s and 50s, and then was resurrected in the 60s. This is our 60th annual, and it represents the traditional Hispanic art of New Mexico and southern Colorado, artists who have a New Mexico roots. And it's held on the plaza in Santa Fe and in the surrounding streets, and we welcome the public.
Absolutely, and of course visitors are going to see an array of beautiful art. So tell us a little bit about what we can expect.
Well, we have a huge array of artists. Today we have tinsmith and straw applique. We have ironwork, retablo painting, bultos carving. You see a beautiful collaboration piece there, hair comb.
That's a hair comb. My gosh,
that is a hair comb.
Gorgeous.
And the textiles we have, this is weaving, and we have a large variety of textile artists, and the full gamut. We're very, very pleased this year in that we have a brand new category. The Spanish Market is very unique in that, unlike most markets, our artists set the standards. They determine what will be acceptable in market, and always traditional methods and materials, because historically we want to make sure that that passes down through the generations. But this new category, the innovations within tradition, it does still require traditional methods and materials, but it's going to allow the iconography to be used in new and, we think, wonderful ways. So we think it's going to be exciting.
And less boundaries, and really in art there shouldn't be a lot of rules and boundaries because you have to inspire creativity. And speaking of that, you know, Kevin is a native New Mexican, and your rich heritage has really influenced your work in a lot of ways, and you are also an award-winning artist. So let's talk a little bit about what you've done.
Well, I'm really excited about the new innovations category because it allows the artists to take their traditional art form and be more creative, you know, more in tune with the times. And what I've tried to do this year is use the tin and do something different that hasn't been done before with it. So I'm doing things like
that piece is
the
incredible
filigree work that traditionally jewelry artists would use.
That's what it reminds me of a little bit.
So I've just
it's gorgeous.
done a mirror with the traditional techniques and the twisted filigree wire. And this is another art form that's traditional, is straw applique, which Judy will tell you about. But I've taken those techniques and done it with brass on painted tin to mimic the look of straw applique.
It's just so rich and so classy and so beautiful, and I mean, I'm in awe of it. As I told you, I'm not an artist, and so I have so much respect for what you do in the detail. And with what you do, Judy, I mean, what's so amazing is that your work is really inspired by your deep Catholic roots as well. So I love how you've integrated your religious faith with the work you do as an artist. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, growing up here in New Mexico and growing up a Catholic, it was deep-rooted in me, and I guess I really didn't appreciate it until I became a teacher and started teaching kids the culture, and that inspired me. I always liked Spanish Market and the art forms there, and admired the work, and when I found out that I could do this, just using my Catholic faith inspired me to to do my pieces.
And I would imagine it comes from an even deeper passionate place, because you know the passion that you have for your faith, to be able to be shown and represented in the work you do. It's a beautiful marriage. It's wonderful that you can integrate both. And I want to let everybody know a little bit about what they can expect in addition to the art itself. Let's talk a little bit about the schedule of events, Donna.
Well, the schedule actually kicks off tomorrow. We have a luncheon with the artists. This is the first time we're doing that, and
nice.
I originally planned to have 50 patrons come in and have time to get to know the artist really well. We have 110, and I had to cut it off at that. It was sold out literally within a couple of days. Thursday night, Thursday afternoon at 5:30, we'll have a lecture. It's a layman's lecture about the saints, because so much of the traditional art does deal with religious subjects.
Sure.
We thought it would be really helpful for those of us who are not Catholic to have a better understanding, and it will be given by Marina Ochoa, who is the Archdiocese historian. That will be at the Guadalupe Sanctuary, just off the square. Friday night is our preview party. This is open for members. It is a members event. We're expecting about 1,000 people.
Wow.
And membership starts at $40, and it can be purchased that night at the event if anyone's interested in going. It's the opportunity to meet the artist and see the award-winning pieces first.
I like that.
The market itself will start on Saturday morning, 9 o'clock. Excuse me, 8 to 5 on
8
Saturday.
a.m. to 5 p.m.? Okay.
And on Sunday, we have the traditional market mass in the cathedral at 8 o'clock, where the Archbishop will bless the artist and the art, and then that will be followed by a procession with a mariachi band around the plaza.
How fun.
And the Archbishop will bless the market. The market will then continue from that point through the day, and there's lots of music, traditional foods, lots of entertainment all day, in addition to the incredible art.
It's fun, it's festive, and there's a little history, there's tradition, and there's education all in one, and that's what makes it so special. And so what I want to ask you as artists before we go, what do you hope that the people who come to market take away from what they see? I always wonder what the artists want as an inspiration to the people who see what you do.
I want people to see that it's exciting, it's new, it's not just the same thing that they expect. It's rejuvenated. I think it's going to be an exciting year this year.
I like that, to feel rejuvenated. I thought that's really, I didn't even think of it that way, but that's great. And I think, like you said, without the same boundaries and allowing that creativity, it gives people that feeling. So that's really nice. And what about you, Judy?
Well, when I talk to customers or people that come to my booth, sometimes they will look at a piece and they will see something that inspires them, and sometimes I get stories from people just based on something that they see and they can relate to, based on my religion a lot of times, and I hope that what we do as artists will inspire people to do something creative with their life too.
I think that's a great message, and it motivates people. It does, to see that you're getting out there, and like you said, teaching is what really inspired you to get out and do this and share your work with the world. So thank you for that. We really, believe me, us non-artists really appreciate what you do so very much and have so much deep respect for it. And I want to let all of our viewers know where they can go for more information, Donna.
Excuse me. You can go to our website, which is SpanishColonial.org, or you can call the office, 505-982-2226.
Great. And of course, you can go to the website as well, as you said, SpanishColonial.org. All the information for the entire schedule of events will be there. Head out to market, enjoy it, and really, again, let's thank our artists and really respect the work they do. It's a wonderful gift that you share with the world. So thank you. Thank you all for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.